Hi, and welcome back to another Amazon selling video. My name is Nikki Kirk, and I sell on Amazon, Walmart, eBay, Poshmark, my own website, so Shopify. I got a lot of different places I sell online, and I've actually been selling on Amazon specifically since 2017. So in today's video, I'm really excited to walk you through and tell you all about Sellerbility. This is a OA sourcing mega tool, and you're gonna love it. It is a part of the whole like BuyBot Pro, Profit Protector Pro. You can connect them all so that they work together, or you can just use it separately. When I tell you it scans super fast and it's so easy to use, if you've used other things out there for OA, you will probably know how confusing and clunky and just it's a lot. So Sellerbility is super streamlined and very easy to use. They are a UK brand, but they have huge presence here in the US as well. So this is, I think it's currently still in the beta phase. And actually I've sent them some stores to add and they've already added them. So you can also, if you try it out and you like it, you can also send them websites and stores to add and they will add them in the background. So that's first thing to know. But here real quick is a look at the pricing. They have 3 tiers. So you've got beginner, $45 a month. There is a 7-day free trial on all of them. So yoursellingguide.com/sellerbility would be my affiliate link, or you can click it in the video show notes and just go right to it. You can do advanced $60 a month or professional $75 a month. There's no contract. You can cancel anytime. You can have, if you sell in the UK and in the US, so you have access to both stores, or if you want to source UK for the US, you would have access to source there. The beginner is 1 scan at a time. The advanced 3, and then of course professional, which is what I have, would be 5 scans at a time. And then you can also give access to your VA if you want to. I would start with the beginner or the advanced because actually the scans run so fast that you can literally be at your computer, do the scan. It'll probably be done in a minute or 2 and you can do another scan. So you could start with the beginner to try it out. And then if you want to scan more, 5 at a time, you can upgrade as needed. So one thing if you've watched my videos, you probably already know this, but I prefer RA because I get so sidetracked at my computer because there's a million other things at my computer that I need to be working on, right? So, or that I feel that way anyways. I like these kinds of software where it scans for me because then I can do it. I have a desk that I put on my Peloton treadmill. I will do this in the morning as my walk. So I'm getting my exercise and sourcing at the same time. For me, OA is, more difficult for that reason specifically. Like I just am easily sidetracked. When I'm sourcing in a store, that's all I'm doing. But the cool thing about Sellerbility is you actually Ace Hardware is one of the stores that's on here and I love. I think when I looked this morning, it was technically in the hospital. So they're making improvements on it. But that store specifically, you find lots of things that are in store. So you find them online and then you go in store and pick them up. So it actually kind of has that best of both worlds where you'll find things that maybe you can't ship it, but you can order it. And you'll see, I'm going to walk you through live searches. We're going to see real product in real time as I get into this. So let's just jump in. Okay, so first things first, you can see I ran some searches on the 4th. And those are still in here. I have mine set up to delete searches after 30 days, I think it is. And I'll show you how you set all that up. But from this, that's so easy right here. By category. So you can run a search by category and you see these little deals here. So Sellerbility is always in the background scanning. Or if other users are scanning a store, it's pulling that. And that's one of the reasons why these searches come back so fast. You guys, I asked them, because if you've used other softwares, you know how long a search takes. And I was like, why is it so fast? To me, it seems like a bad thing that it scans so fast, but they said it's because other sellers are also searching. And so it's already got kind of that in the queue. And then when you do the search, it refreshes anything new on the website. And not only that, it's always constantly in the background for all these websites, just searching things. So it has right here in this screenshot, you can see arts and crafts and sewing. There's potentially 2,000 deals, 2,000 things I could potentially buy for my OA sourcing. And so you can kind of see it through all that. So CDs and vinyl, outdoor and sports, that's what those deals are. So I'm going to go ahead and run let's do a gourmet food search. So literally all you do is click on it. So you can see I've got one. And then if I wanted to drill down even more to just breakfast cereals, it will also drill down even further and do a search. So that's good enough for me. I'm going to go ahead and hit start. So it's got 2 current searches. So you can see in the queue, I'm just going to let it go. And then we're going to go back here by retailer. So iHerb is one that I asked them to add, and they did add it. And it's because it's one that I love sourcing. I also asked them to do Walgreens, so we'll go ahead and do Walgreens as well. They've got all these different, so Hobby Lobby, you can do Walmart, Walgreens, and I'll start those searches. So I've got 4 searches going, and you can see that category 1 is already done. So that one is done at 139. Well, that's when I started it and it was done. You can see within a minute it was already done. And so now my pipeline, because that search was my first one. So if that was still going, that would have been 5. But because that one's already done, now I can technically go do another search. So while the retailers are searching, I'm going to go ahead and just show you all the different retailers they have. I've not heard of some of them, which is probably a good thing because new places to source. Again, World Market's another one I found some good deals on earlier this week. You can go ahead and run them and you can filter out at the back end what you want to see, and I'll show you how to do all that. So you can see they have a ton of stores already, and the running updates. So Ace Hardware is getting an update. TJ Maxx getting an update. QVC. So all these down here, except for this one, are all getting little updates, and then they'll move back up ahead to where you can actually search. The other cool thing, I'm going to go ahead and do this as well. If you have a wholesaler or someone who's giving you a line list, you can just load in your spreadsheet right into here. So I'm going to load my spreadsheet. I just dropped the sheet they gave me. It's already pulled it in. And then you can see the tile or the column names up here. So all you got to do is the item name is the description, the price is the discounted price because I get a discounted price with this one. USC, if it had ASINs, they don't have ASINs, but if it had it, you could edit there. Barcode, that would be the UPC column, which I know you can't see on the screen grab, but there. And then if there was images or anything like that, you could add it there. And then all you do is hit Start Wholesale Search. I forgot to name it, but you could name it up there. So I've got the wholesaler search going, and looks like this Walmart one is just about done. So if you are doing this and you only had the one, the starter pack, or if you have the beginner, or the middle of the road, the 3 one, I could literally be running my next search while I'm going through my breakfast cereal category. So let's go ahead and open. So you can go over here to completed. Oops, I hit the wrong button. I want to open it. Okay, now here's what I think is really cool. So they already have these pre-built-in presets, but I've also made my own. So you could do the broad range, which this is all kinds of deals. So this is on usually the default that it's going to go to. So with a minimum of 50 cents profit, anywhere from 1 to 120% ROI, 1 sell per month, and it's between 1 and 5% bestseller rank, and then of course that it is in stock. So this is literally basically all of the results that it's showing you right here. If you wanted cash flow earners, so this is the preset is minimum 50 cents profit, 10% ROI, and 2 sales a month. Stable sellers, this one, it makes at least $2, 15% ROI, and 3 sales a month. And then quick turn. So you can see it filtered out. It's only showing me 11 of 19. But now the quick turn, lower profit but fast selling. So it makes 50 cents profit, 5% ROI, but it sells 10 a month. So those are going to be faster turning ones for a little bit less money. And then again, max margin. This one, good profit, slow sellers, minimum of $3 profit, 20% ROI, and 2 sales a month. That's pretty close to what my personal OA preset is, which I'll show you in a second. But mine is $3 profit, 30% ROI, So that max margin it would be like a good one out of the box. And then you can also edit. So if you hit edit, I'm still on the max margin, but you know what? I want at least 30% margin or ROI. And then if you wanted to do the best, I don't prefer the percentage. I prefer to go off of the numbers. And so for grocery, I don't really want to go over 150,000 in rank. And so I go by the numbers, but you could do the percentage if you wanted to do 1% to 5%, whatever. You can also availabilities in stock, Amazon product. If you want to filter down to the number of sellers, how many it sells a month, sold by Amazon, no. So if I don't want to compete with Amazon, I can go ahead and filter that out. It took away, so Amazon is on all of the listings. So if I go back to show all, now I have all my listings back. Multipack, fulfilled by merchant. So if you want to see FBM, you can go ahead and click that one. You can filter by price. So if I don't use these filters, but if you wanted to get nitty gritty, you can filter down all of these different things. So match confidence, this is how good they think the match is. So for this example, I'm already connected to my Amazon account, right? I've logged it in. I've got my merchant ID in here. And so it knows I can sell this already. It's telling me this is a good deal potentially because it looks like it would make $24 profit, right? And then the match, 61%. Now, I already feel like this is not a match. But this is a good example because I wanted to show you this, which I love. So this is doing it off of a 1-pack, but I can see right here that this is a pack of 6. Okay, so on Amazon, it is a pack of 6, which for $44, that's 6 packs of 6, right? So I think y'all already know how to do this, where you go down, double check that what the customers think they're getting. Yeah, so 6 boxes. So if a seller comes on, like if I go, oh, well, I can sell it, only one of them and make $24. No, because that's just for 1 box and this is a box 6. So this is one of those like hidden bundle kind of things. But anyways, what I love about Sellerbility is I can say, oh no, it's a 6-pack. So I enter that right there, quantity 6, hit recalculate. And now it's telling me the price for 6 and it's going to recalculate this. So obviously we could tell it wasn't going to make any money, and now it's showing us that. So this match percent was 61%, which is what was here and how I got on this, but I wanted to show you that bundle thing anyways. So you can report it as a mismatch if you want. I've been reporting them just so that they are aware of them, and you can do that. So back to the presets. So I actually have my personal one. I have the Bolo group. So in the Bolo group, everything has to be 150,000 rank or better. And then in the RA100, everything in that Bolo group has to be 100,000 in rank or better. So there's 2 different presets. So if I hit Bolo group set, there's nothing in this search that would be for that. Let's see about my personal set. It looks like there's a couple potential matches. 55 ounce. This is probably not 55. It's an 18-ounce box. 1 pound, 11 ounce, 27. So this is definitely a mismatch. So you can report it. But the cool thing about this, so let me go back to a category, and instead of going down to the drilling all the way down to breakfast cereal, I'm just going to go ahead and do grocery, and that's it. I'm not going to drill it down anymore. I'm just going to run a grocery search in that category. Now back to my completed. So you can see now I've got the Walmart one is completed, Walgreens, Hobby Lobby. So let's go ahead and open up those. So you can see that one took 3 minutes, that one took 4 minutes, that one took 8 minutes. And the number of deals found, it took a little bit longer. So let's open up Walmart. Again, you can see the default is to broad range. Now let's go ahead and make a new preset so that you can see how you can make them for yourself. So you would first click this filter, and then it's going to pop out. If you want to start from scratch, go ahead and hit reset. If you wanted to start with one of these, so let's say I'm going to start with the max margin because that's pretty close to what I do anyways. Under presets, go ahead and hit the plus sign here. We're going to name it. We'll just name it. You can call, like, this is my up to 300,000. This is my up to 500,000 rank. Like, whatever the preset is, you can name it however you want. Hit save. Now I'm going to go ahead and I want 30% margin, or sorry, ROI, $3 profit. I will go, I don't care what the minimum is, and I'm going to go up to 400,000. Right? Yep. Search age, I don't care about that. I want only in stock. Don't care about the category retailer. Sold by Amazon. We're going to say no for this one. There's nothing I want to include. There's no price, all that. So now we're going to hit. Oh, I guess I needed to name it afterwards. So name it afterwards. So adjust everything you want and then hit save or hit the plus and save. So NK, no Amazon, 400K. Save. So now when I go over here and choose my filter, we're going to see my NK no Amazon 400,000 rank. We're going to go ahead and click that and it's going to filter out. So all Amazon won't be on any of them. So this is Walmart.com. So I'm not sure why it's showing the pound symbol there. But anyways, we're going to click over here and double check. To be honest, I wouldn't mess with this anyways. I don't really like to mess with electronics, but I wanted to show you that. Okay, so they've got a trampoline. You can see here that I need to apply to sell it. And so you can really easily click right there, and I would have to see that I would need an invoice of at least 10 units if I wanted to sell that item. For this reason, like, I'm not going to sell heater. It's just mine. If you are, definitely worth it. I'm going to do a different retailer because I don't I don't really source Walmart online anyways. If I am, I'm just getting what I want. Again, because it's like for me anyways, it's like a third-party seller now, and so they have all this stuff that I just don't want to dig through. I have my personal loves, my stores I like to do OA. I'm sure you will find yours if you don't already, and so I'm just going to stick with that. So you can see this one, it should be a good match. They think it's a good match, but I'm not eligible to sell it. Let's go ahead and do my personal preset. This is the one that I made a while ago, so 30% ROI, $3 minimum profit. We've got a lot of perfumes. So on my preset, I don't have it turned off, like if I can sell it or not, because I can ask for approval. But there is a way, oh, right here in the other, where you can say, I only want to see, I don't want to see not eligible, right? Because if I can't even ask for approval, I'm not going to waste my time going through those. Okay, so now it's just showing me the things out Walgreens, which I am eligible to buy. So this Flaming Hot Cheeto Puffs, or I'm eligible to sell. I can do a 15 count. It's already got the 15. Potentially it could make $24 on that Walgreens one. Let's go ahead and say if I take off my filter and just do max margin, but I still only want to see things I'm eligible. So now we've got these bladder pads. This looks like 6-pack of 44 or 24. 6-pack of 24 Walgreens. They are the same normal. Okay, so $9.99, but it has to be a 6-pack, so I'm going to go ahead and add that and have it recalculate. So now it recalculated, and you can see it would cost $59, and it would only make $11, 19% ROI. So maybe that's worth it for you, maybe not, but there's a deal. It's got all of the apply to sell fragrances. What's this? Cheese Whiz. Again, it would have to be a 12-pack, so we'll recalculate. And it would make $20, so let's see. 2 for $5, so they're $5, not $2. I'm not totally sure where it's getting the $2 from. But other than that, like if the profit was there, it would make sense. So this is by, I'm looking at the Walgreens one now. Let's go ahead and go back to completed. Grocery on Gourmet. What I like about the category searches is you get all the different retailers. It's not one retailer. So it's a good, I like to add at least one category search in with my other retailers that I like to source. That way you kind of see like what else is there. Is there a retailer that you should be looking at and kind of rabbit trail and follow that lead. So here's some Dunkin', 64, oops, 64, which this would need 2 to make 64. And then it only makes $3 profit. Chai, this, I think this is for World Market. Yeah, I remember this come up in my search. It's got honey, but it's not the correct one, doesn't look like. So let's open them and take a look. It's just a different kind of honey. But I could see, does this place, Herbs Pro, which I've never sourced before, do they have the honey I need? Because sometimes it's just the wrong packaging, and if I wasn't sitting here filming this video, I would dig into it more and like because you got to double check that it really is the right listing. But yeah, that would take forever on this video, and this video is probably getting long as it is. So this one, again, I remember looking this one up earlier. So this one is $4.99 for, oh my goodness. It's like a 2-point-something ounce bag, and then the one on Amazon is actually a 10-ounce bag. So this is like something that I'd be like, oh, okay, that's a brand, and maybe I could Google and look where else can I maybe get this brand. Or even cooler, you can reverse search the ASIN right here. So that now Sellerbility is doing it for me. I don't have to go and Google. My voice went out there. I can just hit reverse search. And so it's looking for where else can I find this product. And it's saying I can find it on Amazon. I can do it this way, reverse search this product right here. Maybe World Market's out, or maybe I want to know where I can get that 10-ounce bag. And now you can see Creamery Parmesan Crisps, 2-ounce bags, 2-ounce bags. Here's the 3-ounce bags, but it costs $91, so it's double the price. So that reverse search feature is new. They just launched that not that long ago. So they are still getting better and continuing to roll out different stuff. And I've been really happy with it. I found some items I've shared in the Bolo group. I found a lot of really good stuff at Ace Hardware, but it was like you have to go into the store to get it. And when you're searching, you can like see what store to go to get it. So I've really enjoyed it. So here's one from iHerb, 8-ounce. This looks like it probably, iHerb is one of my favorite places to OA. So we've got spearmint cacao, 8 ounces. Make sure you're doing your cash back. I am on the UK. I'm not sure why it's doing that. All right, so same price, 16 for 8 ounces. And what was it on Amazon? 8 ounces, cheer tonic. See, told you why I like iHerb. And IP alert is not coming up. Looks like this one is good. So there is a lead from iHerb that you could potentially find. Now, am I in my iHerb? No, I'm just in my grocery one. So again, you can just continue to go. You can see right here. So this is a 2-pack. So I would, again, I'd have to update it to be 2. We'll see what that does. The profit went away, but potentially something to look for. Well, it's thinking right now. But with my Bolo group settings, it's showing me 35 of the 1,883 deals. But let's say I want to do my own personal setting where I'm a little more lenient. I go to a little bit less profit, lower ROI. Because for me, with OA, that means I can kind of readily get it more. And so I'm fine with, and I don't have to go outsourcing. I mean, I don't have to like drive anywhere, right? It's just going to show up here. So I'm fine with a little bit lower margin. You can see with my personal set where it's a little bit different, there's 248 potential matches. So it's really cool having those presets. Their built-in ones are already really great, but again, you can drill down to your own personal ones, set them up, and now every search you do, you can go ahead and do that. Let's do my wholesale search. Active, is it still searching? I put in a huge spreadsheet. It was their huge, instead of just doing their new stuff, I went ahead and put in their entire spreadsheet. So it's still searching, but I'm going to go ahead and open and see what we've got already. So obviously there's no product from my, I'd have to log into this distributor and look up their photos. They have it online where I can look it up and confirm that everything is the same, but just pulling from straight UPC, you can see I've loaded in that spreadsheet and I can have it for $40 and it's selling on Amazon for that. So definitely makes it easy. Here's a backpack, $750, selling on Amazon for $30. So after this video, I'm going to come back here and go through all of these and see what I want to buy from this distributor. Things like this, where there's multiple, like it's pulling from the one UPC I put for case packs. I would have to go in and double check, like, what are you getting in that case pack, and then look up each one. So that happened a lot with me when I did like WWE toys, because it's case pack and like one of them might be really well, but then the other 3 that are in that pack are not so great. So you kind of have to like justify is that one worth the break-even cost of the other 3, that kind of thing. But yeah, you can see here it does the wholesale and it's still pulling in. So if you do wholesale, you definitely want to throw this in. It makes your life a lot easier than trying to dig through, or your VA's life. Okay, so over in the settings, we've got just the general, you've got your security, searches. So auto delete. Okay, I guess I auto delete after 2 weeks. You can set it to auto delete after a month, after 2 weeks. If I haven't looked at it in 2 weeks, I need it to go away because it's going to be old, right? I'm going to rerun them anyways, and you saw how fast they run, so there's no reason to keep them longer than 2. If you're using a prep center and you want to add in the fees, you can add all these fees in right here, and then it will calculate on that graph we saw when we saw our results. It'll show you all of that information right there for you, so you can add everything in. ROI method, same as BuyBot Pro and Profit Protector Pro. So you can just hover over and you'll see, but the ROI method number 1 is the normal one we're used to, or at least I'm used to, and if you watch my videos, the one we're used to. So it's basically, the whatever it costs, what is it technically? The profit, I don't know what the calculation, but it's the basic. If I spent $5 and it makes $250, that's 50% ROI. If I spent $5 and it makes $10 profit, that's 200% ROI. If I spent $5 and it makes $5, it's 100% ROI. What I paid for it is what I'm getting back. So ROI method 1 is the one I use across all of the BuyBot Pro, Profit Protector Pro, Sellerbility family. Amazon log in. I've already logged in, but you would add your API, your merchant, whatever there. It's the same as when you connect all of your different softwares. You just are entering that. Integrations. So you can connect your Profit Protector Pro plugins. I can log into my Profit Protector Pro. I don't know what that's about. And connect to Google Sheets. So if you want to save your deals in Google Sheets, which I highly, highly, highly recommend, because It's just following the prompts to log in, because whenever I'm doing OA, if I'm doing a lot of it, I'll just completely forget what I ordered or what the ASIN is or what the listing was. So I love to have it all connected. So you want to save everything. If you have a deal you wanted to save, you would add it to your Google Sheet, or if you bought it, add it to the Google Sheet. So you have all the information when the box arrives to your house. Lifesaver. So say I wanted to export these deals because I bought them. I did not buy them. I don't even know if they're actually matches, but I just wanted to show you the Google Sheet. So you'll go ahead and hit this button. I'm opening a new Google Sheet, and we're going to export it over there. And it's a new tab there, but now you can see all of the information is right here for me, so that when I buy it and it shows up, I can have the ASIN and the link to Amazon and not be confused about why I bought it. Like, that happens a lot for me. I'm not even joking. Like, I'm like, oh, what was this ASIN and why did I buy it? Because I get so into like just the buying and adding to cart that I forget that it's going to cost more work down the line if I don't take the steps now. So yeah, that is Sellerbility. I have been really liking it. Like I said, I am a little bit all over the place with OA, so I like this software because it helps me like streamline. It helps me find new stores. It helps me source my favorite stores that I enjoy sourcing anyways. And all the OA softwares, if you've used any of them, there's always mismatches. There's things that aren't correct. I report them. For the most part, sometimes I just let them go, but the more you can report them, the more they know. And like I said, Sellerbility is open to any and all websites that you want to have added to it. So I sent them a bunch. They are added, almost all of them. They're still working on adding some. They are amazing to work with. So hopefully this video was helpful and you enjoy Sellerbility like I have been. It's been really fun sourcing. Let me know if you like it, if you try it out. They have the 7-day free trial, so go ahead and check them out. YourSellingGuide.com/Sellerbility, or the link is in my video description here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and hope you find some really good OA deals.